If you can understand these four basic things, then you have already known how does internal combustion engine works. Let me walk you through these four basic principles of engine. The first thing is induction. What does induction mean? Induction simply means air coming in into the engine. That is a layman definition. At this point, the intake valve opens, and when it opens, it allows air to come into the engine. At that point, the piston travels downward towards the BDC. When the piston is traveling downward toward the BDC, it is creating a vacuum. That vacuum will be filled up by air, and that is induction process or induction stroke. Then what happened again? The piston start coming up again, and that's the second thing you need to understand, which is the second process referred to as compression. During the compression, the air in the cylinder is now being compressed by the upward movement of the piston. The piston is compressing the air. The more the piston is coming upward towards the TDC, the more the gap in the cylinder is being reduced, the more the air is being compressed. But you also need to understand the position of the valve at this point. For proper compression to take place, the two valves must remain closed at this particular time. So, in compression phase, both intake and exhaust valve are closed. And what happened? By the end of the compression, in gasoline engine, the spark plug ignites. It ignites the mixture of air and fuel compressed. If it's in diesel engine, by the end of the compression, immediately the injectors injected fuel into the compressed air. And what happened? Combustion takes place. This combustion forces the piston downward again. And during the power stroke, which is the third phase that happens when combustion occurs, is referred to as power stroke. It is the power stroke that forces the piston to another downward movement, another downward stroke. During the power stroke, you have combustion, or you can call it ignition. This is the period where you can see a kind of fire in the cylinder, and the combustion is so strong to the extent that it will force the piston to a downward movement again. And what happens at that particular time? The two valves are still remain closed. By the time the piston go downward again, when it gets to BDC, it comes back again. As it's coming back to remove the byproduct of the compression. That is the fourth phase that is about to occur. As the piston is coming upward, it wants to clean the exhaust gases left over, which is the byproduct of the power stroke. As it's coming upward, then the exhaust valve open a bit. The exhaust valve opens. When it opens, as the piston is coming upward, it pushes the exhaust gases out of the cylinder. As it's doing that, it ensures that the leftover of exhaust gas is out of the cylinder. Then something happened by the end of that exhaust stroke, which is the fourth stroke. The intake valve begins to open a bit. which means simultaneously both the, both the intake valve and the exhaust valve are slightly remain open. That means air comes into the engine for the sake of scavenging. The air that comes into the engine by the end, that means the intake air started opening, and when this happen, it allow air to come into the engine, a little bit air, so that scavenging can take place. The cylinder can be cleaned up, the residual of the exhaust gas can be properly swept away, so that the engine is going to prepare for the next cycle. These are the simple four phases of how engine works. Do you notice? The first one is induction, air comes in. The second one is compression. The third one is power, and the fourth one is exhaust. The crankshaft play a lot of role in these four phases. If you can understand these four phases, then you have understand how does engine run. Follow this channel as you're going to understand as a beginner in a simple terminology, or how I explains how engine work. If you have not subscribed to this channel, don't forget to do so. If you have subscribed, then like, share this video to others who are interested to know how does compression engine works. See you in the next video.